Hi everyone, today we're going to be talking about right triangle trigonometry and we're going to be working on double triangle problems. So before we begin, we are going to recall some terminology. So angle of elevation is from the ground up and the angle of depression is from the horizon down. Okay, so if you remember anything about your angle rules from grades 7, 8, and 9, we have something called the Z pattern. So the angle of depression is actually the same as the angle of elevation. Okay, let's look at an example here. So we are going to find the area of a triangle. So remember the formula, area of a triangle is base times height divided by 2. So the base of this triangle is that whole length at the bottom. We can call that X. So that's broken into two pieces. So we have this piece here we'll call A, and then the other piece we'll call B. So we're first going to find base A. Okay, so I have a marked angle of 41. A is the adjacent. 18 is the hypotenuse, because it's across from the right angle. So according to our acronym SOHCAHTOA, we need to use cosine. So cosine 41 degrees is equal to little a over 18. So we're going to multiply by 18 to isolate a. So plug that into our calculator and we're going to round to 1 decimal place. So you should get 13.6 meters. Okay, next we need to figure out the length of y, but in order to do that, we actually need to figure out the height first because we don't have enough information in that second triangle. So let's go ahead and figure out the height. Okay, so the height is across from our marked angle, so that's an opposite. So we have an opposite and hypotenuse, so this time we're using sine 41 degrees equals, well, we can call it O for opposite, over 18. And then we need to multiply by 18 to isolate the O. So the opposite is, if we plug that into the calculator, 11.8 meters. Okay, so now we have enough information to work in the other triangle. So we are going to figure out B, so side B. Okay, so this time we have 37 as the marked angle, so we have an opposite and we have an adjacent. So we're going to be using tan. So tan 37 degrees equals, so the opposite we just figured out as 11.8 over adjacent, we don't know what the little b is. Okay, so that's what we're trying to figure out. Okay, so I'm going to move the b over. Actually, I'm going to switch those two because b is on the bottom. So b is equal to 11.8 divided by tan 37 degrees. So b is equal to, if we plug that into the calculator, 15.7 meters. Okay, so now we need to figure out the total length. So the area, or sorry, the base is equal to a plus b. So that is 13.6 plus 15.7, and that's 29.3 meters. Okay, and then finally we have to find the area. I'm running out of space, I'm just gonna write it down here at the bottom. So area equals 1/2, the base is 29.3 times the height, which is 11.8. Okay, plugging that into the calculator, we get 172.9 meters squared. Okay, that's it for this lesson.